Yo, it's Yungblud, and this is my 5 essential tracks.
London calling, yes, I was there too. And
Hi, my name is what? My name is
Loading my wear classic Reeboks. Oh, now
she just don't wanna go home with ya, home with you. I knew it when I met her.
track number 1 has definitely got to be a Clash track for me. London Calling by The Clash. That was very, very influential to me growing up. It was first introduced to me by my granddad.
Yeah.
He was a big Clash fan. And I just think that was the first time that I heard someone talking about politics.
Yeah.
And talking about real things in music. And doing it in such a way that made me want to dance.
London calling to the faraway towns. Now war is declared and battle come down. London calling to the underworld. Come out of the cupboard, you boys and girls.
But I think that was such a massive influential track to me because the guitars and the drums and everything just matched my energy.
Yeah.
Like as a kid, I just had so much energy.
There's a real oomph in every beat, every
Totally.
guitar.
I was
Like,
just at like 13 in my bedroom, just like pretending I was playing Glastonbury. Do you know what I mean? And it was just such a massive influence to the music I play today, and I'd still listen to it like 3 times a day at least.
But do the lyrics still hold up after all these years? This was written in like late 70s, early 80s.
100%.
That was like was the Thatcherism?
It was a bit earlier. It was a bit earlier actually.
Yeah.
It was like it was.
So was this big recession, and the UK had lots of troubles.
Thatcher and everything like that was going on, and this was a band that put on a gig in a park in London. Thousands of people turned up and got arrested because they wanted to talk about their message.
Yeah.
And that was just like, to me, that's missing right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It just inspired me, like leaps and bounds, and I was just obsessed with it.
Like
now I live in London. It's just like, every time I walk by the river, me and my guitarist like, we live by the river. Do you know what I mean? It's like, sick, man. Track number 2. Definitely, it's got to be an Eminem track. My Name Is by Eminem.
close rib like the Incredible Hulk. I spit when I talk. I fuck anything that walks. Come here. When I was little, I used to get so hungry I would throw fits. How you gonna breastfeed me, mom? You ain't got no tits. My name is. My name is. My name is Slim Shady.
Do you remember at what age you first heard this song? It's a 99 song.
I think I was about 13. Between the ages of 11 and 16, when you're kind of figuring out that your parents aren't always right. And that line, all my life I've been lied to. I found out that my mum does more dope than I do. Was just kind of like, oh my God, my parents aren't always right.
Yeah.
And it was just such like a big moment. Do you know what I mean? In my life, instead of just my music. Do you know what I mean? It was just a big moment for me. The 2 songs I spoke about allowed me to talk about issues. You know what I mean? Because I think right now for young people, it's such a confusing, crazy world that we're living in. Do you know what I mean? And as a generation, we have such an idea of what we want our world to be. And it's almost been held back by a generation that aren't quite ready for it to go there or just don't understand us. And I think that's makes me angry, and those songs allow me to speak about what I'm angry about in my music. They almost confirm that subject.
It's okay.
It's okay to do that.
To be this open about your true opinions.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't have to hold back
I
easily.
think that's so inspiring. Number 3. I think definitely it's got to be a track by the Arctic Monkeys. They painted a picture about where I'm from so perfectly, and it just resonated with me.
They literally describe your life, your
growing
neighborhood,
up, and exactly, and it kind of put the North on a worldwide spectrum.
Yeah.
And made everyone realise I was so bloody miserable. Do you know what I mean? But it just what really inspired me was the sense of community.
Yeah.
That he inspired, because that's what it is like. Do you know what I mean? And
this is the hard part. You mentioned Arctic Monkeys, but you haven't narrowed it down to the one particular track.
Oh, sorry.
No, not sorry at all. But I mean, they can all be.
No, definitely
the
not.
one.
It's a certain romance.
Okay.
For me. You know
Love
what
it.
I mean?
Yeah.
There's the truth that they can't see. They probably like to throw a punch at me. And if you could only see them, then you would agree that there ain't no romance around there, you know. Oh, it's so funny.
Or knackered Converse or tracky bottoms tucked in socks. Do you know what I mean? I think that just literally sums up me at 13 with my best mate Adam, with a pack of cigarettes, Adidas trackies on, thinking we were the best. Do you know what I mean? I think that was kind of a big one for me.
And you, as an artist right now, on a scale of Alex Turner 2005 to 2017, where are you as a performer on stage?
I think, to be honest, I think me and Alex are quite different, because Alex he's just super cool.
Yeah. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
mean, the way I see it, Alex started out as great lyricist, great musician, but not necessarily someone who was really comfortable on stage, and he grew into the role.
Oh yeah, man, definitely.
So where are you? Are you in a safe zone when you're on stage?
Oh man, it's the best place in the world for me. It's like I grew up watching Mick Jagger and Freddie Mercury, and I've just got so much energy. Like you can see it, like and when I'm on there, I can just get all this emotion out and this anger out and this thing that builds up inside me and people don't look at me like I'm mental. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the.
It's allowed.
Innit? It's allowed. And it's just kind of, soon as that first beat kicks in or the first bass line, it's just kind of like I forget about everything that's going on, and I step on stage and I'm like, I want to talk about my message and just play the music I love, and it just lets me escape. It's like you come off stage and you just forget what happened in the last 30 minutes, and it's just insane. Do you know what I mean? It's better than anything ever. Track number 4. I'm really excited about this track. I just literally released it. It's on my new EP.
Oh wow!
It's a song called Polygraph Eyes.
Yeah.
And it tells a story about drunk girls being taken advantage of by men on nights out.
She can't even run. She can't even walk. No, she can't even talk. She can't even run. She can't even walk. She can't even talk.
It's such an important song for me, and I kind of set myself. I knew I wanted to write it, but I needed to do the subject justice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was something I grew up around. Do you know what I mean? Going out in your early teens and watching drunk girls kind of come out of bars with boys who are not nearly as drunk as them and getting into taxis, and you see it, but it just doesn't resonate until you kind of grow up a little bit more. And I think it's just, I wrote it a year ago. I got 2 younger sisters and a very strong northern mother. Do you know what I mean? So I think that was kind of a very big thing for me to do, because I think my aunties, and I was always like brought up around strong women and women that didn't take shit. Do you know what I mean? They just didn't take shit. I was trying to think of another word, but you just can't. But yeah, I think this song as well was a place where I could explore something else musically, because everything else had been guitars, beats, very and I wanted to write a song that had a beauty to it, and it was kind of the first time I used string sections, and the first time I used pianos, and the first time I kind of was like, I'm really just going to sing this, because I wanted it. I want it to be so beautiful and catchy and whatever that you might not know what it's about on the first listen. It's definitely empowering, I think because it is an issue, and to see all this female empowerment going on right now, I think it's just so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because it does need to change. This stuff can't happen. You know what I mean? And the only way we stamp it out is if we talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's at the forefront of our minds and remains at the forefront of our minds. Track number 5. This is a bit of a curveball.
Okay.
I think I love pop music as much as I love rock and roll and hip hop. Do you know what I mean? I think if music makes me feel something, or music inspires me in a way, I'll just love it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm just not bothered. I think we're so like in a...
I'm not allowed to like this.
Do you know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
But we're in a generation where like we put playlists on, you know what I mean? I have the Arctic Monkeys on, going into NWA, into Post Malone, into Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. And this song, it's kind of 2 songs, and I'm going to cover it in a minute.
Okay.
That's a mashup. It's Dua Lipa, New Rules, and Camila Cabello, Havana.
I knew it when I met her. I loved her when I left her. And it got me like, ooh, la 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 la. And then I had to tell her I had to go. And it's got me like...
These 2 girls are really leading the way for female empowerment at the minute, and kind of youth culture. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think they really are like Camila Cabello is so politically driven online, and Dua Lipa just released a song called I Don't Give a Fuck.
Yeah.
And I just think that's sick. Do you know what I mean? And I think just sonically, Dua's got this attitude that has kind of been missing for me in a lot of females, and I love it. And I think those 2 girls and Lorde are artists that I'm just super inspired by. Do you know what I mean? I've got so many songs like to say about, but I just felt I needed to say this because people wouldn't expect it of me.
No,
do you know what I mean?
I'm so excited to hear you play it.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. It's kind of my take on it. I'm excited.
So am I. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, brother. So that was my 5 essential tracks. Let me know what you thought. Like, comment, subscribe.